This is NOScast here, episode 18. We got Itchy here.
Uh,
What was that? What was
that's my
that?
second take, dude.
That's
The
your
second
second.
take. You fucked up the first take, so
That
that's
is
that's all I got.
that is true. I did fuck up the first take. I didn't even know. I thought I don't know why my mind wasn't thinking right there.
Yeah, dude.
Like I just
I don't know what it is. Like it might have been because I was on the phone last time. Or like one of the times, not that, but the last podcast, right? Um, sounded like I sounded like ass, and I know you said recently like you lowered our audio and you upped yours,
why
and
I
that
well,
did not go over well. Like
yeah.
you lowered it because why? Like you wanted your audio to sound higher, but like you lowered it by so much. Like
Oh
you want the bars to be about the same, dude.
yeah, true.
You don't want to overpower because then you can't hear anybody else.
That is true. Also,
You
well,
you can fix it right now if it's still
yeah,
like that.
yeah. I just fixed it. I made words. I boosted it up a little more. So yeah, they look automatically the same now. They look automatically the same. I'm looking at them right now.
Yeah.
But anyway, off the technical part anyway. We had dysfunctions at the last episode because for some reason my ass shows had a malfunction and they fucking retarded. So yeah, that's why there was like a big old 30-minute ups and downs on the last
Right.
one. But now I'm using my beats, so hopefully these don't dysfunction.
Don't fuck up.
They don't fuck up, which I hope.
They don't
So,
fuck up.
but anyway, so Bungie got bought out by Sony.
Yeah, dude. What the fuck does Bungie do? Like, do they got any
They
good games?
they make Destiny 2.
Destiny 2 is worse than Destiny 1,
No,
and
it's
Destiny
not.
1 is yes, it fucking is.
No,
Destiny
it's
2 is
not.
ass. Destiny
No,
2
it's
is
not.
ass. Destiny 1 is ass. Well, Destiny, I mean, I don't know. Like, it's just creatively fucking drained. They have like
Well,
uh,
it's okay.
it's a grinder. That's
Yeah,
all it is.
it is. It's a grinder, but that's the same thing with Division, Ghost
Right, right.
Recon. You
And you
know
know what
the
games I don't play?
right.
Division, Ghost Recon.
Recon.
Like I don't play those games. Because they're
Well,
not
World
good.
of Warcraft is a grinder. Isn't World of Warcraft a grinder?
World of Warcraft does have grinding, yeah. Um, but I
But
don't even play World of Warcraft, so
that is true. But I don't know. Like Ubisoft is on this like grinding mentality S games where they make all their games grindable. Fucking Skyrim, they're all not Skyrim. Uh, what's it called? Assassin's Creed, they're all grindy games where you're doing.
Assassin's Creed's not the same thing as fucking Destiny.
No, they're not.
Destiny, you're literally doing the same missions over and
Right
over
over and
again
over. Yeah,
to try to get loot. That's the most creatively stupid. Like I understand it makes good money. That's a good money making thing, but I don't think it makes a game good. Like at all. I don't
well,
think it's
no, no, but it's just like I don't know. It becomes very overwhelming. It becomes very draining and
trash.
tiring and crashing. Where you're like you say, you're just doing the shit over and 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 over. You know what I'm
Right, because
saying?
it's a
That
bad game.
yeah, and the expansions don't even last that long. The expansions don't even last that long. Especially Destiny's. Destiny's expansions don't even last that long. You get them done in like sometimes 6 hours, and then you're done. And then you start rehashing over and over and over again. But that's how a
Right.
lot of these games are. Ubisoft does
Right,
it.
but
Bungie
like
does it.
right, they're only doing it because the other person's doing it.
Well, they saw.
Like
Well, Ubisoft's making all this money doing this shit, so we're gonna do it too.
right. And does it make a good game? No, it just makes a game grindy, and people have addictive personalities, and people with addictive personalities will do the grind. Because what if the game didn't have the content? I mean, content by content, I mean in a very loose meaning. If they didn't have all these fucking loot, then why would you be grinding? People are only grinding for the loot. They're not grinding because they like the same mission over and over again. They're grinding because they want the loot at the end.
Yeah, that is true. They want
Why do
the
I want to play a game? I want to play a game because it's fun. Do I have fun grinding on the same mission over and over again? Not really.
well,
There's a social aspect to it too. But
yeah.
like I don't want to fucking sit and play that game. I don't want to play Destiny. I don't want to play like it's like
Well,
they bought Bungie. I think they bought Bungie because it's like, well, Bungie used to be owned by Microsoft, then they separated. And they're like, you know what? You're buying Activision. We're gonna buy Bungie. What do you think about that? It's like, I don't know. Bungie doesn't really bother. I mean, I don't even play on Xbox anymore. But like, it doesn't bother me that they bought Bungie. I don't think it's that big of a play anyway.
They bought it for 2.3 million, which hasn't came close to the acquisitions.
Because Bungie don't got games. They don't even own Halo.
Yeah,
Like all they got is Destiny.
Bethesda should have been 2.3 million. They bought Bethesda for 7.2 million Xbox or some shit like that.
Bethesda has a whole lot more than Bungie though.
Yeah, but I don't think Bethesda's worth 7 point whatever million.
Look,
billion.
All Bungie got is Destiny. Bethesda has more than just Fallout.
Has Fallout, it has
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls, it has all types of shit. Yeah, I get that
Right.
and understand it. But the shit games they put out recently, I don't think they're worth 7.2 billion.
Yeah, but they put out shit games, and that's why they got bought out. Call of Activision, they got some controversy, and it's like, oh yeah, that's why they got bought out. Like, they fall from grace.
Sony bought Bungie for just to get back at Xbox. That's
right,
all
and
they
I don't
did.
think it's gonna fucking bother Xbox at all. Like, what Xbox did is gonna hang over Sony more. Like, the only thing they're gonna be is like, oh, the next Destiny game's not gonna come out on Xbox.
Which I have a
mean,
PlayStation, so that really doesn't bother.
Yeah, but like, I don't even fucking care. I'm not gonna play it anyway.
Plus, it's not like they're gonna bring Destiny 3 over to PC. Like, they might. Who knows? They might. I don't know. Sony isn't on the PC shit. Even they brought God of War to PC, which is already too late now. They should have
They brought games to PC.
I know they did, but they're not on like that Xbox shit where every game Xbox makes is coming to PC. Every game.
Yeah, but understand this, right? Sony's bringing games to PC. They brought games to PC in the past. There's been games on the PS3 that were cross-play with PC.
Yeah.
But the difference here is that you're missing is that when Xbox brings a game to PC, it's staying in the same ecosystem because the majority, actually, like almost all of the gaming that's happening on PC is happening on Windows. Who owns Windows? Microsoft. Right. So when Xbox bring a games to PC, they're still making money because the games they're bringing to PC are Windows games. And for you to have a Windows, you have to have a Windows license. And for you to have a Windows license, you have to give Microsoft money. So when they make games on PC, it's just like making a game for Xbox. It's no different. When Sony makes a game on PC, they're actually expanding out of their ecosystem. So like when Sony makes a game on PC, somebody has to have a fucking Microsoft. Like somebody actually has to have a Microsoft account. Somebody has to, not necessarily, you don't have to have a Microsoft account on PC, but somebody has to actually have a Windows license. And if for them to have a Windows license, they have to pay Microsoft. So when Sony brings a game to PC, then part of that money of the person playing the game on PC is going into Microsoft's pocket.
So either way, Xbox is winning.
Yeah.
So Sony's losing no matter what.
I wouldn't say that, but they're not winning as much as Microsoft.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and with this, I personally don't think, like, yeah, there's going to be games that are going to, that in these accusations that were going to be, acquisitions that are going to be made exclusive to Xbox, but Microsoft has to be careful. we've talked about this in the past with their monopolistic practices when we were on the podcast with Noble.
In the
But
trench,
they
yeah.
have to be careful.
Yeah.
They're not going to, even when the contract ends, they're not going to stop putting Call of Duty on PlayStation. They're not. Um, all the like I don't think they're going to be taking any multiplayer games off PlayStation because multiplayer games benefit off of the cross-platform.
Yeah.
The single player games, on the other hand, I do see them potentially taking them off PlayStation. But the multiplayer games, I don't see them doing that. I don't see them going back and taking these multiplayer games and making them exclusive. Because that, I wouldn't say it's suicide, but more people have PlayStations than they have Xboxes. So because of that, for them to like make it exclusive, like yeah, there's the PC player base, but there's more people playing on consoles than PCs. So the majority of the gaming happening is on PlayStation.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. With Bethesda, they're taking away a lot of shit, but Bethesda really makes single
But
player
Bethesda
games.
makes single player games.
Yeah, I
I
was gonna
said
say
like I said single player games are I see them taking single player games and making them Xbox exclusives. I see that. I
Activision only makes multiplayers, I believe.
No, they don't. They make single player games too. You know Guitar Hero is Activision, right?
Guitar Hero is down the dump now. You know that, right?
Guitar Hero, they haven't made a Guitar. They might make a Guitar Hero again. They haven't made Guitar Hero in years.
I
It's down in
know.
the dump because they fucking grinded it. Like I think I don't think because they've talked about or like I don't know how official this is, but getting rid of the yearly cycle of Call of Duty.
Yeah,
That was Activision's moneymaker, Call of Duty, right?
yeah,
They grinded out Guitar Hero like they grinded out Call of Duty, right?
yeah.
So Guitar Hero was on a release cycle the same way Call of Duty was on a release cycle. Um, and that's not really good for developers. Like it's a completely draining task. And yeah, they're still gonna have deadlines and shit for games, but they're not going to be mismanaging the company the same way Activision was. I'm not saying they're not gonna mismanage the companies, but they're not gonna fucking do as bad as Activision as themselves, Activision Blizzard.
Well, as I'm saying, Xbox is going to treat Call of Duty a lot better than Activision is,
Right.
and they should get off that yearly cycle. They should.
Right.
Call of,
Honestly, that'll make because they're because of the shitty fucking models that they use nowadays with all these battle passes and stuff, that'll make it more worth it. Because one thing that makes Fortnite better than Call of Duty is the fact that they don't have a Fortnite 2. They don't have a Fortnite 3. They don't have a Fortnite World War 2. Like
well,
they
that's the
have
same shit with
Fortnite.
Destiny and all these other games. They don't make yearly.
They don't make game. Yeah, that
Battlefield, Destiny, Fortnite, they don't come out yearly. They come out
right. The only thing that would have made Black Ops 4 a good game because it
if
didn't have a
if they,
campaign.
if they can't.
If they didn't
Yeah,
release a game right after. Black
yeah.
Ops 4 would have been a better game if they didn't release a game next year.
But I thought they were talking about when the new Modern Warfare comes out, it'll be merged into Blackout and stuff, and the whole nine, and then so on and so forth. No, Blackout was they just they it was
Blackout
nothing.
was an experiment.
Yeah, Blackout was an experiment. Warzone, it was. They said that Blackout was supposed to be called Warzone actually, and for
Right.
some reason Activision didn't like the name or whatever, and they took it out and they named it Blackout. Now Warzone, they have Warzone and shit in the whole nine.
Yeah.
They shot themselves in the foot with this
Right.
because
I personally like when it comes to Blackout, I like the drop-in mechanics better in Blackout than in Warzone because I had better control of it. Um, but like I don't dislike Warzone's fall-in mechanics, drop-in mechanics. I don't dislike it. I just liked the level of control. It was kind of like what's that game called? That I don't really play that much. Um, fucking what's that game called? Um, fucking people that made Titanfall, the original Modern Warfare 2 creators.
Yeah,
Um,
Titanfall.
not Titanfall.
Respawn.
Not Titanfall, but the battle royale they made. I can't think of the name of.
Apex. Apex.
Yeah, Blackout's dropping mechanics was a lot like Apex.
Really?
Not yeah, like not you grouping up together and stuff like that, but the way you could control it was like Apex.
I'm gonna be honest, I really don't remember that. It's
You
been a
don't?
while. It's been a while since I played Blackout, to be honest with you.
Because you had that wingsuit and you could like I cheesed it because people figured out how to cheese it from day one.
Yeah, I cheesed it
So,
too. You told me.
because I could go across the map,
Yeah,
like
you
dropping that.
you taught me how you go at you go all the way down until you hit 60 miles an hour, then you pull up, and you can fucking it's flying.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's how you do it.
You
That's how
mash
you
the
do
A
an
button.
ape. Well, I didn't. I don't think I did that.
If you mash the A button, you can go further.
Oh, okay. Well, shit. In Apex, you do this like wave shit in one night.
Right,
That's how you get further. Is if you do this wave shit. So
right,
it's the cheese in one night. You know how the cheese in one night.
right.
That's how
See
I did it.
now what would be really cool if they make a game or they modify. I'd rather them modify a game than make a new one. Um, but like let's say they changed the drop in mechanic to where like let's say I don't see them doing this so much in Call of Duty because you drop in so high, but in a game that's more mountainous, like that has all these obstacles like Apex,
Mm-hmm.
that are high enough when you're dropping in to where you're still dropping a bit,
Mm-hmm.
to where like you let's say you're dropping and you go next to a mountain and you can get some updraft. Meaning, because you know how you don't really go up, you can't go up, but you can only go down. So, like, let's say you have these wingsuits instead of the parachutes, because it doesn't really happen the same way with a parachute. Well, let's say you do wingsuits, and you go next to a mountain, and you can use the mountain to boost you up.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I got that idea because of a VR game I play. Like, it's specifically a skydiving game. And
Uh-huh.
like if you go next to mountains because you'll lose all the energy, but if you get close to certain objects and you gain speed and you can gain elevation that way. Um, because it's a game that's literally just skydiving pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and honestly, it's fun as shit. But like I could imagine that in a regular game, like that would be a mechanic that people like. Oh yeah, when are you gonna jump? I'm gonna jump right now. And then some like people are you're jumping early. That's stupid. But they jump on the right spot because there's a mountain right there. They jump and they can like get that boost, enough boost to push them further. So they
Uh-huh.
end up higher up in the air by going near something like that. But like that's just my idea. That'd be a cool idea.
How
I
would
don't know.
so how with the science with all that? How would that work? Like you get next to you get
You
next
get
to an
okay, so
object
so you get next to a large object and like
like a
physics
mountain.
wise, okay, so what's happening like in a wingsuit?
Mm.
So you're falling in and the wings what they're doing is they're catching the air.
Yeah,
So
air.
when you get next to a mountain, so there's the air coming off your body is pushing up against the mountain. There's draft on the mountain. There's dead air right there. So then you
Mm.
get into that draft. And then
Mm-hmm.
when you hit the draft, it hits and you get an extra boost. So the wind that's underneath your wings, it gets stronger. So
Mm-hmm.
when the wind gets stronger, it pushes you up.
So it's like a NOS or whatever. It's like a
Yeah.
that's actually pretty cool. Like I don't know like the air science because you know how I do a lot of racing when they're all about the air and
It's yes.
technology and
It's the same thing with racing. It's drafting.
yeah drafting. There's a
Yeah.
lot. Drafting is a big part of racing. A
Right.
big
Now
part.
let's see them add drafting to a battle royale. I
That would be.
mean, it
Uh,
would only be affect anything if you're like in wingsuit mode or something like that.
mhm.
But like, let's say you can make wingsuit happen anytime you want. Like you can, let's say there's a lot of mountains because I'd assume this would work good on a very very heavy terrained map.
Mhm.
And like with a lot of terrain, I could also imagine a bunch of hiding spots, like a bunch of spots people to go, right?
which would be like sniper fucking.
Not it'd be so no, sniper heaven would be large open spots, and there could be that too. The high points would be good sniper spots, but you can have a lot of clutter. So let's say you have a heavily forested area, and like you could have spots that are perfect for sniping, but let's say they're just small little pockets.
Yeah.
To do that in practice, I don't know. I might work on something like that down the line, but like battle royales might be out of fashion by then, so I don't. It might not be a battle royale. I might just make a large open world fucking shooter.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't know how far battle royales are gonna go, but I know right now they're not going anywhere right now because of they're making a Warzone 2, which is being said that battle royales are not going
No, I don't think they're going to. I think they've gotten past that initial phase. Like once AAA companies started making them, they're gonna milk the fuck out of them.
anywhere. Yeah.
Like that's how it is. Like I mean,
Well,
I know Epic was a AAA company before. Like they've been a AAA company before they made
Fortnite.
Fortnite.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
but you know,
the Fortnite wasn't even the first company because you know like what the fuck PUBG sued him, right? PUBG wasn't even the first battle royale. PUBG sued
it
Fortnite.
was H1Z1 or some shit.
They
No,
weren't even the first.
it
Like
was
that
like
was a
Mike.
mod, bro.
That a mod of what?
Minecraft. Fucking. It was a mil sim. My brother actually has Arma.
H1Z1 was a mod of Armor.
Yeah, right. I
I
believe. I don't
couldn't
remember.
see
There's
that.
a zombie game that's a mod of Arma.
DayZ? You talking about DayZ? DayZ was a mod of Arma too.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of.
I was gonna say H1Z1. That doesn't sound right
That's the one
because
I was thinking of.
H1Z1's too arcadey for it to be a mod off of Milsim. Now DayZ is its own thing,
No,
but
nope, nope. No, never mind. I read that wrong.
okay.
I skipped the first part of the line.
I was gonna say DayZ is a mod of Arma too, and I tried to play DayZ, and it got boring.
Yeah, because that was a mod, and then they made it its own game later down the
Yeah,
line. But that's just like what? There's a bunch of what was it? The original not Titan, Team Fortress game was a mod.
of what?
It was a source mod. It's a Steam thing because it's made by Steam. But like yeah, Steam they had a lot of mod stuff for their own games back in the day. I don't even know what it's a fucking mod of though. I think it's a mod of source.
Well, I don't know. I don't know, but I just battle royale isn't going anywhere, and it's not going to go anywhere for a really long time, unless Call of Duty finds something different
Right.
and
Because I
whatnot.
mean, as they
From
go cross play, like I mean, larger team stuff is better. But I mean, if battle royale wasn't a thing, then these smaller like 6v6s and shit would be bigger than they are now.
definitely, but
Yeah, because like there people like battle royale because there's so many
shit.
people in it.
I Battle Royale's been around for a long time.
Yeah,
It's been in the dark for a long time. Like
yeah, it didn't really get popular until
I
like down the
think there
line.
was like a James Bond game, but I think it was like it was when like online wasn't a thing. There was a James Bond game. I think that was Battle Royale ish, where you had to kill
Right.
enemies and shit, and you went. It was like this it was a good sized map. It was. I played this on the GameCube, so it had to be like a
You know what the
small
best battle
map, but
royale is?
a good sized map.
Agario. Agario is the best.
Magario.
You remember that shit?
No, I
That
never
was that
even.
game where you were the balls. You were the big circle,
Oh yeah, that was
and
actually
you
pretty
ate the.
fun.
Yeah.
That was
Except it
actually pretty
wasn't really
fun.
a battle royale, but it was pretty much like a battle royale because you had all these players on it and
Yeah,
like
but
eating each other. You could come
yeah,
back though.
shit, that shit was hella fun. Gario, whatever, I played that shit. That shit was
Yeah.
hella fun. That was actually like that was actually pretty fun. Like I like to be honest, that was one of the games that if I died, it wasn't like I would be hella upset. I'd be like, damn, I died, and then get over it.
Right. Especially when you're like big as fuck.
Mm-hmm. Gario
You're
was
like,
really
damn.
fun.
Yeah. So you were so hyped about what's it called? Because I remember when this was before you didn't want to play it on mobile because you're like it's coming on Xbox. Fucking what's it called? I never got that much into it. I played
Among
it with
Us,
friends.
Among
Yeah,
Us.
Among Us. I that game's only good. Like you should have played it with us. Cause like I tried to get you to play. Like I'm waiting on Xbox. Like there's no point in waiting for it to come out on Xbox, dude. It's just as good no matter where you play it. Like it's not
It is
really like
better with friends. It is better with friends.
yeah. Like
Cause
it's
I
not
tried
really
playing it with just by myself, and I'm like, it's cool and all, but it is better with friends.
yeah.
It got boring.
And it was free on mobile too. Like you had to pay for it on Steam and you had to pay for it
I
on
didn't.
Xbox.
I didn't pay for it. Well, I didn't pay for it,
Well,
but not.
you got Game Pass. You got it on Game
Yeah,
Pass, didn't you?
so I got that shit for free, basically. But I am paying for it. But you get what I'm saying. So
Right.
it's like it's whatever. I
Right.
feel like they brought Among Us on Xbox a little bit too late. A little bit
Shit.
too late because if they would have brought it on Xbox when it just came out and whatnot, then it'd be different. But I feel like
Right, right.
they brought it out a little too late, so it's just
Well,
like
it's a small team.
yeah,
So like,
which I'm not
yeah.
down. I'm just like they the hype is already down, so it's like you know it's kind of whatever type shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It came out and I played. I'm like, I saw my sister when it first came out. I saw my sister playing on PC. Oh, it looked so much fun, and then like it took so long for it to come out. So I'm like,
Right, you were
whatever.
stupid to wait for it because I was trying to get you to play it with us so much, and like I don't even fucking play it anymore. By the time it came out on Xbox, I was done with it because
Yeah,
none of my friends were playing it anymore. So
yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. They waited too long to fucking come out with the shit.
nah, you waited, dude. You had a chance.
I know, but it's just like I just don't like playing mobile games. Like
I don't want to play games on my phone. You can use controller. I'm just gonna wait for Xbox. I'm gonna just wait for Xbox.
once I'm on this small ass screen, bro. If I had the
You
iPad, it'd
could
been
you
different.
can you can you can project your screen.
That is true.
You can
Uh,
connect a controller to it and you can project your screen. So like there's no excuse.
that is true. I
Uh
don't know. I was just lazy.
yeah.
I was just lazy, man. So
Oh
plus, like,
shit, it's no big
I
deal.
would have to unplug my HDMI on my Xbox to plug it to the shit. I'm like, fuck all that.
Shit, I had more fun with the Among Us on Fortnite anyway.
How was that actually?
The Fortnite Among Us?
Yeah.
It was pretty fun. That was the first time I actually bought something on Fortnite because I was playing with Noble, right? And like he's like, oh look at this. So there's like a sea shanty. So a little backstory. Me and Noble we used to go to school together, and we were in choir together, right? And we did a what the fuck's it? It's
Y'all
a
were in
quartet.
choir? I
Yeah,
thought
dude.
he can
Um,
sing.
I him?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about that.
Or did he do
he
like a trombone shit or
no,
whatever?
that's band.
Okay.
Um,
So
no, like he wasn't necessarily the best at it, but he could sing. I mean, I'm not as good as I used to be because smoking and shit. That ruins your voice. Um,
you can always use
but
autotune.
yeah, but that's not what choir's about. I mean, they can do it. You can do autotune in choir, I guess, but like that's not really how it works.
Fake it till you
Like,
make it, Itchy. Fake it till you
nah,
make it.
nah. I used to be all right. I was in AP choir, dude. I got the school paid.
I got the school. You're an AP choir. I didn't get into any AP classes at all. I basically smooth scaled high school. Hello? What happened? What happened to Itchy? What up, Itchy? We're having technical difficulties. What the fuck happened? Itchy,
Okay.
what
Yeah,
happened?
my controller dropped and my headset came out and it was having trouble reconnecting.
Uh,
But yeah, I mean, it wasn't really AP choir. Like I was in, dude. You said you didn't really do shit in school, right?
uh,
Because I did choir, I didn't do much shit in school. Because like I literally had two of my classes a day where I just like sang. I literally did like I mean I could sight read all that because like of course being in choirs, being an AP choir, I learned how to do all that shit. So like all the hard work was done. Like I just
mhm.
had to sing. Like I didn't really. I had two classes in my day where I literally was able to like most of the time actually talking to people. Sorry about my dog. My dad's coming home and he freaks out every time. Um, but uh, but yeah, I was holy shit. I was I was literally didn't have to do shit like half the day
Yeah.
because of that.
Well,
Sitting talking to people
yeah.
like yeah.
So all you did was basically like sit and talk to people and shit, pretty much.
Yeah, like, cause, like, how the fuck, like, in one of the classes, it was a small class, so we actually kind of, like, spent more time working on the music. But in,
Yeah.
like, a class that's that big, like, how many people were in your classes?
It varied.
It varied.
It varied.
Well, like, the main choir that I was in, because I had the regular choir, and then I had that AP choir class. The AP choir class only had, like, 10 people in it. But
Yeah.
the main choir was, like, three regular class worth of people.
So
How the fuck can one teacher control the entire class period?
that's that's a shit ton of people, bro.
Yeah,
That is a fucking shit ton. That is a
yeah,
lot of fuck. That's like what, 60 kids? I want to say, or even more.
dude, it was more.
100 kids?
Uh,
80?
maybe yeah,
80?
somewhere like 70, 80.
That's a lot, bro. That's a fucking lot of kids, bro. Oh my
Yeah,
god. I would need to drink some beer every night.
oh
That's
shit.
crazy. No,
I
but
mean,
that's like,
we got to work in that class too, but it was like it was hard to get people to settle down.
uh huh.
Yeah,
I don't know.
we spent a lot of days after concerts and shit. We had like a week where we just sat and watched movies.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
Shit, college classes are that big, like 100 people and shit.
It depends on where you go. I go to a branch of my school because I go to IU, but I
Hmm.
go to like because they have multiple campuses, and the campus I go to is smaller, smaller class sizes and stuff like that. So like my college campus is like like high school size classes and stuff like that.
I
Sometimes
wouldn't.
smaller because like as you go further along in it, a lot of people drop out, so it's less and less people as you get further along.
Well, yeah, I wasn't saying like every college class is 100 people, but I'm just saying like there's some college classes there's like fucking like a lot of fucking people.
Yeah,
There's like it's a whole fucking like uh movie theater basically like
yeah. Some of them are. Like they have those type of classes
like
in my school, depending on what you're going for. Um, my class is like I go to school for computer science, right?
mhm.
Um, there's I mean I know computer science is like a big field and stuff, but my like they don't really have large classes for computer science. Like I mean my classes are some of them are bigger than when I first started because more people are doing it now than when I first started doing it because of course you know how I went to school then
You took like a
I
year off or something.
I took more than a year off. I took a couple of years off.
Really? Has it been that long?
Yeah, dude.
Holy shit.
Yeah, dude.
I
It
don't.
was 2018 when I stopped.
Oh my god, it's been that long.
It was actually um the spring of 2018 that I stopped.
Oh my god. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest. I didn't. I was 2 years out of high school when you went into. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that long.
Yeah.
I've
Cuz
been out of high school for like 5 years. this
Dude, same. Like,
June.
cause I went right into school after high school. I
Yeah,
was
I
doing all
did.
good and right, and then like after my girlfriend broke up with me, like I didn't really fucking I didn't want to fucking do it. Like, cause I had she was my motivation, right? So like, and then when she left, like, dude, I had no motivation to do anything. Like, I just wanted to fucking sit on my ass and do nothing. And that's pretty much what I did. Quit my job, quit school, didn't do anything for a while.
Yeah, I
But
remember.
like
I
I got all used to it. I'm used to it now. I'm better off.
Well, that's like that was kind of like how I was when you consider her your first love, right? I would think you consider
I
her
mean,
your
shit, if it affected me like that, dude,
that was kind of
probably
like see that's kind of like how I was when I was like my first love or whatever. Even though me and her never did shit like that because we were I don't know if people in high school did, but like we were like sophomores. We weren't like what was it called when you high school sweethearts. You know what I'm saying?
dude,
Even though
dude, I was with this girl from my freshman year, like all the way through high school,
so that was your high school
and
sweetheart.
yeah, in through 2 years, like 2 years of college. Like on my
See,
second year of college is when we broke up. So like,
yeah. So as that being said, I started dating this girl that basically my first love since middle school.
right,
Like, the, yeah, since middle school. So I guess you can put it as your high school sweetheart, or I could, but I started dating her since middle school, so I don't know
right,
really. But anyway, that doesn't matter. But like anyway, like me, her never did none of that shit, because we were
yeah,
in
I know what
high
you're talking about.
school. We were both virgins in high school. We didn't do all that shit. Like we of course made out and whatnot, and did some other shit, but we didn't like get
Doing the
to
do.
bet.
You don't have to.
Yeah,
You don't have to say.
yeah.
You don't have to say
There
everything.
was what's called uh second base. That's what I was thinking. Second base.
Oh, you weren't even thinking about third base. You're thinking.
I wasn't even at third base yet. I was at
Oh
second.
shit.
I was trying to get to second base where you fucked. I didn't get there yet. You know what I'm saying? Do
Yeah.
the do. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get there yet. So
Oh
like I don't
shit.
know, but people have their different dictionaries or definitions of first loves. You know what I'm saying? People have their different
Right. Right.
definitions. Some people say your first love is the first person you have sex with. Some people, the first love is like you said
No, dude. I
that.
think it's more to do with how it affects you. Like
Yeah,
if
well,
it
that's
affects
what.
you,
Yeah, and
yeah.
when me and her broke up, I was infected by it. I really like. I was like, I was in a deep,
Deep depression.
deep depression. I was. I don't.
Yeah.
Did I know you yet? I don't think I knew you yet. Because it was
No,
all it
we knew
goes
each
was
other. Yeah, Ghost was when we first met.
yeah, and that was
That's crazy,
2013.
dude. Now we're bonding over Microsoft. We're not even. We can't even say we're bonding over Activision anymore.
Well, like I don't know me, like you, me, you know how like you have your Xbox friends and you have your real life friends. Even though I never met you in real life, and
Right.
who
Right.
knows when I ever meet you in real life, I consider you as a
Shit.
real life friend because we've gone past that more Xbox,
Right. Right.
Microsoft,
We talk on a regular basis
yeah,
outside of
Xbox,
gaming. So
yeah. So I would consider that real, even though I've never met you. Like you live in Indiana, I live in California. Like
right.
you of course have your place and I have my place, but it's just like who knows when that will ever happen where we end up meeting each other in real life. You know,
Right. Right. Who knows? I might
I
get
would
a job
hope,
out there.
hopefully there will be one day, because I think if I have a best friend or a friend or whatever you want to call, whatever you would want to call each other, whatever,
Right.
I would love to meet that person one of these days. Not
Right. Right.
not die knowing I've never got to meet a friend that taught me technology and you know and shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I've learned a lot more technology talking to you than I did even looking on computers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You learned a lot more technology from me than you ever did from Brian. So.
Yeah, well, shit, Brian didn't know shit. What do you mean Brian didn't know nothing? Brian was all
No,
talk.
he knew how to download all these viruses.
That is true. Because like, oh, I got a new computer, and then a week later, yeah, my computer broke. Why? Because I got a virus for doing some dumb
It's
shit.
like, how the fuck do you fuck it up that fast?
Because Brian doesn't know what the hell he's doing half the time.
He sees a picture online. He's like, gotta click on it.
Got to click on it, and then oh shit, I got a virus.
Yeah.
Fucking dummy. But like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I just like I consider you more of a friend than just like an Xbox friend. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right. Right.
people do that weird shit or whatever. I do it. Everyone does it. Where they separate the real life friends from their Xbox friends. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? And it's not just because oh I don't look at you as a real friend. It's just like I met you on Xbox or I met you online, so you're like an online friend or an Xbox friend.
It's like when you go like you're getting all these one night stands, right? It's like, bitch, I was just fucking you. But it's like, nah, bitch, you were just the third man.
You're just the third. You're just the third man. Like that. That's kind of like how it is. Or
Like I
whatever, you
needed
know.
my squad.
But not like. But it's just like I met your brothers. I met Trent. Like you
Right.
met some of my friends. Like it's more than just like you're just my Xbox friend.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Know each other on a deeper level is what you're saying.
Yeah, like we've known
Right.
each other like 2023 since Call of the Ghosts came out in 2013, and I don't know we met in 2014 or 2013. I'm not totally sure.
I'm not totally sure either. It more likely 14, but
Hmm Because
I'm not.
we met on Call of the Ghosts. I know that we met on
Yeah.
Call of the Ghosts. I just don't know when that was in Call of the Ghosts
Right.
and when I just don't know when, and I don't think I'm ever gonna find that shit out because it was a long time ago. But
Yeah.
either
No,
way,
it's not. When was the first message?
what
Oh.
was the first message that would take forever? But
Oh shit.
but that being said, it is 2022. So either 2023 or 24, whatever the fuck, it would be 10 years that
Right.
I've known. That's a fucking long time.
Yeah,
That
dude.
is a long time.
Yeah, it's a while. Doesn't even really feel like that long. Like I know Ghost came out a while back, but it doesn't really feel like I've known you that long.
Yeah, it doesn't, but like, I don't know. Like, I met Dirt way long. I met Dirt in like 2010. I've known Dirt for over 10 years.
Right.
I've known a lot of people for over 10 years. But it's like,
Right.
like, like I
But you don't
said,
talk to Dirt like that.
I do and I don't. Like,
You do and you don't.
me and him have this like on and off shit or whatever.
Right.
I don't know. Plus, since I started working, haven't had any time to talk to Dirt and
Right.
whatnot. But I don't know.
Shit.
It's different,
Hope
really.
Hopefully you find yourself that better job where you don't have to work that night shift. Or like even if it's not like a better job or like if you lateral. But like
Well,
shit, like
that's what I'm
have
saying.
you talked to your dad?
No, I haven't talked to him. I haven't
Nah.
talked to him.
Do you plan on it or are you scared?
I'm kind of scared. Like I
Kind
don't
of
know. Like
scared.
I don't know like how my dad is going to react to that type of shit. Cause like I told you,
Right.
he get like I told
He
you
gets weird.
he gets weird about it, even though that wasn't a podcast, but our last conversation.
Right.
He gets
Right.
weird about it and whatnot. So I don't know. I don't know. Like it's very like he's been at this job for like 30. I don't even know how long. He's been at this job for a really really long time, and he gets really
Right.
weird about this place and whatnot. And my mom kind of gets a little weird about this place, even though she wants me to get this job. She really does. Like if I had this job, a lot of shit would be lifted off of her shoulders. She would finally be able to like breathe and be like, I don't gotta worry about you. You are set for the
Right.
rest
Right.
of your life.
It's in the ports, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Oakland ports and
Yeah.
shit.
And what he does security?
Not. as much security no more, but he does. He works in the area, so he makes a lot of money. I don't know what he really
Right.
does. He does a lot of shit there. He used to do security. He used to do other shit, but if you're working in the ports of Oakland, unless you're a
Right.
janitor
Right.
or whatever, you're making a lot of money.
Right.
A lot of money. So, but like I don't know, my mom wants me to get it, like, but she gets even weird about it a little because she's like, there's a lot of weirdos at this job and whatnot, and she mean like weirdos and like sex offenders, fucking drug addicts, a lot of weird motherfuckers. You know what I'm
Dude, that
saying?
was the same when I worked with my dad.
You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
to be honest with you,
Which
like,
that shouldn't bother me. Like, I
right.
want,
Go to any factory, you'll find that.
you know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't really bother me. Like, shit, there's probably people at Walmart that have those type of titles or whatever. But that doesn't really even bother me at the end of the day. It's just like, I don't know, they get really weird about this job. But even though at the back of my mind, my mom has told me many times, I would love for you to have this job that your dad
Right.
has. Because I'll be able to finally get out of the house. I'll be set for the rest of my life. Have good benefits. Making more money than I can pretty much put into my hands.
Right.
And, work until 62 and be good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, hopefully.
you know what I'm saying? Like, that, like, is like my mom really wants me and my brother to have this job. If me and my brother have this job, like my sister kind of works. My sister has a job. My big sister has a
Uh-huh.
job in Oakland that does the shit that my dad does a little bit, but it's not on that scale and whatnot. With
Uh-huh.
with freight and crates and that whole like shit and whatnot. But it's not on that
Right.
scale. Like my sister makes good money and whatnot, but it's not. I don't think it's not on that scale. Whatever the
It's a
fuck.
different company, probably a
Yeah, it's a
smaller
different.
company.
Yeah, Paul, it's a different company, and it still deals with freight and whatnot. With all that shit. But
Hmm.
I really don't know at the end of the day because I really don't get into all that shit. I just know
Right.
she makes good money. Not like my dad, but she makes good money. But
I just know with all your complaining about your job, you just need to
yeah,
fucking you need to
yeah,
take steps. You need to
I
stop
know.
looking and start taking some steps.
Yeah, I know. But I don't know. Like I'm. It's just looking like my dad complains about his job. Everyone complains about their jobs, but
Right. Yeah. No matter where you're at, you're probably gonna, unless you really love what you're doing, you're probably gonna have something to complain about.
well, that's what I'm
Um.
saying. Like my dad complains about his job. My sister complains about her job. Like everyone complains about their job, but it's like a
Right.
job.
And I'm sure it's gonna be just as tiring on you than at Walmart. It's just
Oh,
you'd be working day instead of night. That'd be
well,
the
it depends. Like you could work nights or days. It's
yeah.
like
A lot of jobs like that. Like, cause I know the place I worked at with my dad, they had night shift. They had rotating shifts. So like it was always it was never closed. There was no downtime. It
yeah.
was I mean,
Well, that's
except when they didn't have trucks.
well, yeah. Well,
Then
that's what I'm
there's
saying.
downtime.
And whatnot, but that's what I'm saying. Like my dad works like 10-hour days and whatnot. Like
Right. Yeah.
this is
That's
this
I
is a
work 10 hour
job.
days.
This is a job where it's just like you're you're gone all day. It's not like
Right.
Walmart where you're gone for like half the day or whatever. You're gone all day
Right.
and whatnot. And it's in Oakland, so it's like, and I live all the way an hour away from Oakland, so like, so he has to deal with traffic going
Oh yeah,
to,
dude.
you know, where it's evening traffic where everyone's coming home from work and whatnot, so he has to deal with that, which takes 2 hours to get home. So when he comes home, he's like beat. That dude's tired. He wants to drink alcohol. He wants to get a beer, smoke weed, and fucking just be left alone.
Yeah.
Plus,
Sounds.
plus he has to deal with my nephew sometimes. So like, then he has to deal with that. So you know, but it's good pay. Like at the end of
Yeah.
the day, my dad is getting paid really, really good money. So it's not like he's slaving out there and whatnot most of the time, but it's not like he's getting paid $22 an hour, $18 an hour like I am. You know what I'm saying?
Right. He's getting paid for he's getting good pay.
He's getting paid top, top, top dollar. for what
Right.
he's doing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, but like my mom really like it's kind of like her dream goal is if she can give me and my little brother that job,
Right.
she would fucking have a party. She would be so fucking excited.
I mean, man, just work on taking those baby steps.
I know,
Just
you
work on it.
know,
Like
it takes time and effort,
it
but
does, but I mean, it really takes is the first step.
hmm
Like,
which like
I mean,
my dad kind of wants me to get this job also, but he's like, you know, it's kind of it's hard to get into it and when I but at the same
right.
time, you know, it's my dad and my dad like everyone loves my dad at that work, so it's like if he's pursuing somebody,
Mhm.
it's you know, it has to be someone good or whatever. And
Right.
when I in that way, plus like my dad doesn't work there. My cousin, my uncle works there. Not cousin. My cousin, I think, used to work there. My uncle works there. My other uncle works there. My other uncle or cousin, whatever the fuck, I don't even know what you call him. Like cousin slash uncle, whatever works there. So it's like, it's not just my dad works there. Like my whole like I knew family that worked there. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So it's not like I'll be there all by myself. Like I'll be around some family members in a
See,
way.
that's just like that story I told you about that last time about having that whole family working at the place I worked at. Anybody tried to fuck with them, they'd all leave. But it's probably not the same with that with you guys. But
No, 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 no.
no, no,
It's
it's definitely not the same level of fucking work either. You're definitely paying more, getting paid more than those guys were
yeah.
getting
Well,
paid. So
that's what I'm saying. But people like, oh, you're you're Barry's nephew, or you're John's son. Blah blah blah. Because my dad is John, but his real name is Joy,
right,
but he's
right,
been called by John. You're John's son, or you're Barry's nephew, or you're Albie's cousin, or slash whatever you know, or I don't even Uncle Albie cousin, whatever the fuck. I don't know what to call him. But anyway, you know what I'm saying. So it's like I'll have that attention also. So it's like
right.
your uncles and cousin or dad are great workers. We're gonna expect you to be a great worker too, and not on no filthy bullshit. And I'm like,
Right,
damn.
right.
So I have this whole entire
They'll
pedestal.
they'll have
They'll
expectations.
have expectations, and when I'm not the expectations, they're thinking like, damn.
Do you think you have what it takes?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. I'll have to see what happens. You know.
Yeah.
But shit. My dad retired, so you have three incomes coming in. Not just
You
401k. You have two more
yeah.
incomes after that coming in. So it's like my dad is set for the rest of his
Right.
life until he dies. My mom will be set also because my dad dies, my mom will get everything. So my mom
Right.
will be set also. So it's like, well, you know, and if I have this job, I can finally give myself a girl or whatever and then start a family and stuff and not have to worry about nothing. Because, like, you know,
Right. Shit. You find a girl and everything. Before that, you gotta sit on that struggle bus.
well, it's not even just that. It's just like I've been on. It's not even just that. Like you know, I've been on this like, oh, I got a job now. Now I can get me a girlfriend. You know, me and her can do shit. But it's like at the same time, like my off days are days that people work on. You know what I'm
Yeah. Yeah.
saying?
That's an issue. I definitely know what you're talking about because like I used to have a decent schedule like when I worked with my dad like we we kind of shift schedules around because I didn't do the same thing my dad did. My dad was when I first started he was just a coordinator,
Hmm.
and then he later became the coordinator, like he coordinated the coordinators, and
That doesn't make sense.
then he became the boss of the guy that did like he grew up, but then
Yeah.
he ended up leaving. He didn't leave. He just like dropped out of that job and went to what he was doing because even though he was getting paid a lot better, like it wasn't worth it. Like because they kind of shortchanged him when they
Yeah.
gave him that promotion. So like it wasn't worth the money for him. It was too much stress, not enough money. So he just decided to go back to what he was doing. Not he didn't go back being the plain coordinator, but he went back to being the coordinator's coordinator.
Hmm. Well, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Uh-huh.
it's kind of just like, getting paid a lot of money is cool, but is it worth it for what you have to do to get paid that money?
Right,
You
right.
get get
Is
get
it
paid really good money, but at the end of the day, is it really worth it?
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like you said before, getting paid
Right.
1850 is cool and all, but is it really worth you having the
The stress,
stress
yeah,
and
exactly.
whatnot? If
And it's like it's a different story if you were in a different position, right? If you were on your own working at Walmart and you were on your own and like you were really struggling, then I'd be like, yeah, you need a better job. You need something that pays better. But like because of your position, it's like, yeah, is the stress really worth it? Like, do you really need a job that like that? I definitely think you should work towards expanding your skills, because if you expand your skills, then you can do something that is easier on you, that's less stressful, and it pays good because it's a skilled labor. You working at Walmart, is that considered skilled labor? No, not really.
no, it's not. But like, I don't know that it's not skill labor. Working one, but like be able to stock a pallet an hour. That's pretty much skillful. But you know,
It's not, it's skillful but not really. Like you're just you, people get in the flow of things, right? And like doing things faster doesn't make it skillful. It's a mechanical process. A mechanical process isn't necessarily skill. Um, because just because you can do it faster than somebody else, people can emulate you, and they can without really knowing anything, like they anybody can come off the street and do it. Um,
well, that's
but
why
when it
it's
comes when it
Walmart.
comes to skilled labor, that's the exact thing. Like you can't just take anybody off the street to do it.
Yeah, which I don't know. I don't know how much skill my dad's job is, in a way.
Right, and that's another thing. There's some jobs that aren't don't necessarily require that much skill, but they do pay really good because of what you're doing. Like
Hmm.
is like okay, so it's in the port. So I'm assuming some of the stuff coming from China is coming through there, right? That stuff's coming through from other countries into the US, sending out to Walmart, right? So the people getting paid there, and then like you have the Walmart, right? Because the Walmart is
Hmm.
probably one of the customers to a place like that.
Hmm.
Because I know the place I worked at, Walmart was one of the customers to what I was doing. I know you out in California get paid more because like even though I was getting paid around the same as what you were, at by the end of when I was working there, because at the beginning I was only getting paid $13 an hour, but I
Hmm.
started they got more and more money over time as they as like people weren't fucking wanting the job. Nobody
Hmm.
wanted the job, so they started paying better, and then they got the robot and everything, and all that. Like they once they got the fucking robot, I was tired of it because I had to train people on it. I wasn't getting any fucking training pay. They were having me be the lead pretty much. I wasn't getting any lead pay or anything like that. It was fucking bullshit. They fired my manager. I was about to get a promotion. They fired my manager. New manager came in, didn't get the fucking promotion. New manager was a fucking dick. Didn't know what he was talking about. It was fucking bullshit. Um, so I just fucking left. I even went to one of because the owners were there because they don't just own this facility. They own facilities across the U.S. They have facilities in California.
Hmm.
Um, and they the owner was there because this was the first robot they built. They're building the next robot in Texas. Actually, they're building the robot in Texas right now. Um, and yeah, like all of the bosses, not all of them, because they're based out of New York, but some of the bosses were there, and I pretty much I got into a confrontation with the manager that I was talking to you about, the fucking dumbass, and I got into a confrontation with him, and he was pretty much I was on break, by the way, and
Hmm.
like the way he spoke to me, I was like, "There's no fucking way I'm gonna let you speak to me that way." I quit, and I walked past him. I went over to the boss, like the owner, and I was like, "Yeah, no, I'm leaving. I'm not working here anymore because of that guy." 2 weeks later, he got fired.
Wow, that's crazy. That's hella crazy.
Right.
Do you think he got fired because of you or no?
I can't say yes on that, but like it might have had an effect because a lot of like nobody liked him.
Hmm.
He was a hothead.
Well, there's a difference between being a hothead and other shit. Like you could be a
He's
hothead but still be a good manager. But like, there's a
he was a hothead. He did not know how to fucking treat people.
yeah.
He had that mentality where like, oh, this is my position. I'm better than you, right? Um,
Hmm.
he was talking out of his ass. Like,
Yeah.
wasn't looking at numbers, dude. I actually was on a first name basis with the engineer that built the fucking machine, that designed
Hmm.
the machine.
The
And then,
robot.
yeah, yeah, and this dude's saying one thing to the because he's showing people around like the people that were in the other facilities. So people from the other facilities were coming in, and this manager was walking around talking to them, telling them shit. And I was hearing what he was saying, and it was not right. It was not true.
Hmm.
This
That's
dude was
managers for
talking
you.
talking out of his ass.
Well, that's managers for you. Managers do that shit. So it's like, it's kind of just like, what can you do? You know?
Right. Yeah, you can quit. That's what I did.
You
Like,
know, I don't know. I'd be one, like, there's a dude, I think, he wasn't even there for a week. He wasn't even there for a week. The second day, he was one of my old friends. Yeah, I did high school with him. I did school with him in high school. And he ended up working the job that I'm working at. It was the second day. I've been there for 6 months, almost 7 months. Two
right,
days. This dude's like, bro, I want to quit. I'm like, why? Because this is some bullshit.
right,
And see, that's how everyone thinks there. But they're not gonna say it. They're gonna say it, but they're just like, they're not gonna pursue what they're saying because they might be in different positions than I am. As in, like,
right.
they need the money. They gotta pay for insurance or car notes
See,
or
you're
whatever.
just
So
enduring it because I see two reasons why you're enduring it. You like the money, and like your mom wanted you to get the job.
those are like basically the two.
That's all you got. That's like I'm not telling you to quit your job. I'm telling you to find another one because like I don't think you'd be in good standing with your mom if you just quit. Um,
No, I wouldn't. But it's like at the same time, like I don't know, like I know my mom would be upset at me if I quit. My mom would understand, but like my mom would also be upset at me if I quit
right.
and whatnot. But
She's
like
like, I can't get the fucking discount anymore. Do you ever let your mom use your discount?
I let her use it like one time.
You
But
do?
yeah, I let her use it one time. But
Yeah.
at the same time, like my mom would understand, but my mom would be upset at me and
Right,
whatnot.
right.
But like my mom is really thinking about like my dad, cause like my dad retiring in 2 years.
Yeah.
The only one that's out of the house is my big sister. I'm not out of the house. My brother was out of the house at one point, as you know, but now
Well,
he's
he just
back.
disappeared.
Yeah,
Like,
they knew where he was at. It's just he just left because he's weird and whatnot. He was on his weird
right,
shit. So, and now he's back. And now he
right,
brought his girlfriend along, which now his girlfriend stays here. So now my dad is basically taken care of. Even though my sister left and whatnot, she comes
uh-huh,
back and whatnot, eats the food here and whatnot, which is okay. And whatnot, but like basically my dad takes care of my little sister, me, my brother, my brother's
right,
girlfriend,
right.
my big sister, her husband, and the baby, which is like 8 people.
That's a lot.
Plus my mom, which is 9. So like 10 people.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Plus my mom and himself, 10 people. That's
Right,
a lot of people. A lot of people
right,
in one night. So my mom is like, you know, in 2 years your dad is not working. He's retiring. he's not gonna
Right.
get. He's gonna still get a lot of money, but he's not gonna get as much money as he did before.
Right. So you don't
So,
necessarily need the job right at this exact moment, but like
but
you
like
need a job by that point.
I
Like you
need
need
to
something for
start. I
yourself.
need to start getting on my feet and
Right.
whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Because,
Because I know I've been badgering you for years before you got this job at Walmart. I'm just like, dude, why haven't you started working yet? Like,
but it's like and then like I finally got it. My parents were so happy. My mom was so happy. It's like, nah, I just gotta
right.
keep it, which I've been keeping and whatnot. It's just like my mom knows I don't like this job. My parents know like,
Right, because you get a different demeanor, and like, of course, like I'm sure, like, I mean, I know they were happy for you, but like, I'm sure, like, because they want you to be up during the weekend, but that fucks you over on Monday,
hmm
or that fucks you over, like, not Monday, but that fucks you over on fucking Thursday, or fucking
hmm
whenever, and like when you do that, like you're always extra tired on those days, aren't you?
yeah, like I'm like it's I became this more grumpy motherfucker where it's just like I'm not like my brother. Like my brother's on a whole nother level of bitchiness and whatnot.
Right.
But I've became more of get the fuck out of my face or
You don't even want to do the things you
I
used to like to do.
well that's what I'm saying. I'm always tired. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm
Right.
always tired. And I know like, well, you need to get out of that one night, but yeah, that's true, I do. But it's like I never have the energy or
Right.
the
Right.
this ability or discipline slash
See, at least if
energy
you were to have
to
have a if you sorry.
to have all that to come into play to do what I want to do, like play Xbox, to record, do all the shit, do editing. I never have energy to do that. And yes, if I do make a YouTube, which who knows in any way, but
Right. And you need
you
to put
know,
more effort in to be able to actually like get your quality up and all that.
well, yeah, that too. It's just like I never have the energy. I'm all in out. I just never have the energy to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I sleep till 4 now. I just sleep till 3. Now I sleep till 4. You know what I'm saying? When is it
Right,
gonna be
right.
5? You know what I'm saying? I sleep till 4 now.
Right. And I know for myself personally, like when I'm stressed out and depressed from like working and shit, like I sleep in. I sleep in. But like
You,
when I'm fine, like I wake up fucking early. Like I sometimes wake up before my alarm because like I'm fucking ready to go. Like
I'm never ready to go. But it's like when I first was working, I woke up at like 1 something. It was cool. Then I would wake up at 2. And then it started going till 3. And now it's going till 4. You know what I'm saying? I'm sleeping in more and more and more
mhm.
through the 6, 7 months I've been working. I went from 1 something to now 7. Or not 4,
Right.
my bad. Not 7. 4. When is it gonna be 5? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
When am I gonna and then is it gonna be like where I'm gonna just sleep all day? You know what I'm saying? Where I'm just not gonna do it's gonna become this thing where I'm just not gonna do nothing. I'm gonna sleep all day, work, sleep all day, work, sleep all day, all work, sleep all day. That's
Dude,
what's
there's
gonna happen.
literally like one day that I literally never got out of bed. It was the worst day of like I wouldn't say it's the worst day of my life because like I never got out of bed, so I barely remember. I just remember I opened my eyes every once in a while, looked at the time, and I just closed my eyes. I literally did not see the light of day. I wa- I
hmm
literally slept the whole 24 hours, damn near. Like I woke up every once in a while, but like I was not awake for more than like 15 minutes.
hmm
It was awful. I've done that like one time, and that was not fun.
And like, it's not like it's not like I don't like making money. I love making 18, 15 hour, be able to buy everything I want to buy. It's cool and dandy when but I want a life. I
Right,
don't
right.
have a life. Sitting, this is my life. I'm gonna tell you because before I was sitting in my room all day, not doing
Mhm.
nothing, doing shit. Now I'm making money, going to work at night. But now it's I go to work at night, sleep till whatever I wake up, and stay in my room all day.
Right,
So
right. And you don't even
now,
have that much time
yeah,
to like.
I don't have that much time or whatever. So now what
Right.
it's came down to is it's like me. It's like how it was before, but now it's just I work and then
Right,
I
right.
and then
And the thing is, like, what's not going to change if you were to go get a day shift job? Like, you're still going to be working those hours, right? You're
hmm
still going to be tired. You're still going to have less time. But the thing is, on your days off, you're not going to have to readjust your schedule to be able to be with the people you want to be with. Um, like that's the only real change. Like, and of course, you'll be up in the daylight more, and doing that'll be healthier for you because getting you need to get some sun. Um,
hmm
but like other than that, like it's not going to be that much different working a day shift type job. Um,
well,
like that's enough difference to be to make you a little bit happier. Cuz like you working nights, like you don't even like being getting up like on your weekends you have like you're still grumpy on those days cuz you're getting up you're fucking your sleep up for that for that day to spend with your family, right? You're
yeah,
fucking your sleep up for all that. And then
um,
when you fuck up your sleep for all that, like you just feel groggy, right?
yeah. Well, hold on. I'm gonna go pee real quick. I need to
Oh,
go
okay.
pee. I'll be back. All right, I'm back. But anyway, yeah, like you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, but like yeah, like you were saying, like I have to go pee really bad. Like I have to go pee so bad, even though I shit like just not too long ago. I had to pee so bad for something. But anyway, like you said, like yeah, fixing my work schedule is cool and whatnot. That was at hour 12. Okay, but anyway, fixing my sleep schedule was cool and all, but you know, like you said, like on my days off, I stay up to hang out with the family and stuff because to be honest with you, if I did the same shit I did when I'm days off, I would not have time for nothing.
Right, right,
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have time for nothing.
right.
If I slept all day, woke up at 4, even though I didn't work that day.
And shit, dude, you fucked me over that last recording we did this week. Fucked me, dude. I had an exam the next day.
I
I had an
didn't know.
exam in the
I
morning, dude.
I
You had
didn't
me up
know.
till 3 a. You had me up till 3 a.m. I
So,
got like I got like 4 hours of sleep,
so you
and then
woke up, you're like, oh my god.
dude, I was exhausted. I barely passed it, dude.
My bad. I
I did
didn't.
the extra credit, so my grade should be better. I passed it without the extra credit, so that's good. But like I
Mhm.
barely passed it.
I was, I was, to be honest, I was just trying to see if it worked into becoming a whole conversation and whatnot. Like
You
we end
were
up,
what?
I said the only reason why I called you was to see if this Beats mic was working. So I just wanted to see if it worked one and it ended up working, and then we got.
Dude, you know what happens when we talk, dude? We get into it. We get into it. It takes a while to calm down after we start talking.
Well, so I wasn't trying to have that full conversation we had, and we
No,
end up
I
having a
wasn't
full,
either. I wasn't either.
and then
It
we end up
happens.
having a full conversation. Kaden was quiet the whole time. He didn't say shit. He
He
was
ended
just,
up, he ended up leaving and shit.
yeah. He ended up leaving the party and whatnot. So it was it was whatever. But we heard background noise, which was pretty funny.
Right.
But I don't know why we mean you even when we were off camera, off recording. We talked for hours. We
Right.
talk for hours, and you literally have to come to your senses, and be like, bro, I have homework to do. We'll talk later because because we would just talk for hours.
Yeah, dude. I was doing homework before you called me up, and then I
Mm-hmm.
was like, I finished a part of it. I still had shit to do though,
Uh
and
huh.
by the time it got done, I was like, there's no way. So I didn't only go to bed at 3 a.m., right? I woke up before I would have had to if I would have finished it because I had to finish it.
Uh huh.
That's how I got my extra credit. So what I did, I woke up, I have slept 4 hours,
Mm-hmm.
woke up, did the shit so I could get the extra credit. Thankfully I did, because I mean I passed anyway, so like it's not dire that I had to do it, but like my grade will be better with it. Shit, it might bring me up. I'm pretty sure it'll bring me up to a B.
Mm-hmm.
So like thankfully I fucking did do
Mm-hmm.
that, because like I would not have fucking, like, that would have been awful. I don't want to fucking see. Like, dude, I woke up early so I could finish that shit with going to bed at 3 a.m.
So wait, so 4 hours. So you went to bed at 3 a.m. So 4, 5, 6, 7 a.m. You woke up at 7 something.
I woke up at 7 a.m. to do this extra credit so I
Oh,
could go to school at 10 a.m.
oh
and
my.
do my exam.
So I bet you like you woke up and you're like pissed as fuck.
Right, right,
You woke up and had this moody ass.
right. And I was there. I woke up and I was tired as shit, and I was there till like 2:50. Like I had a full ass day
Uh huh.
with with like zero sleep. Damn near. I had to drink like 3 coffees, bro.
Dude was chugging out coffee.
I drank 3 coffees and ate 2 beef jerkies.
What was beef jerky gonna do?
It's protein, dude. Protein gives you energy.
Oh, okay. I would have just.
See, if I ate something sugary, then I would have crashed. I would have not have made it. See, most people they're like, I'm gonna just eat something sugary, something quick,
Uh
easy. You know, beef jerky's easy too. It's just more expensive. Just grab the beef jerky and you can just eat it.
huh. So I bet you were walking around like a zombie.
Damn near, dude.
Stumbling over your feet.
Oh man,
Were you
damn near.
Were you stumbling over your feet?
Before the 3rd coffee, yeah.
The reason why I'm laughing because I'm just imagining in my mind just hella foot.
Dude, I had like that sleepy in my eyes all day. Like you know how like when you open you can't really like see right because
uh,
you're tired. I had that all day. Couldn't focus.
so you were
It's
like,
it's a fucking it's a fucking miracle I didn't like run into an electric pole.
so you were only like squinting your eyes, blinking, like trying to see.
No, I definitely exaggerated that, but like
Oh,
no, dude, I
okay.
was like tired as shit. Had that sleepy.
I bet you was.
I would have been able to go to sleep. There's actually a point in time in that day where like in between my classes, like I was either gonna study or fall asleep.
Which one you picked?
If I fell asleep, I wasn't gonna make it to the next class. I went to bed early last night, though. I tell you that.
You going to bed early tonight?
No, I went to bed early the next night. Like,
Oh, okay.
cause I made it home, and it's like, you know what? I'm just tired as shit. Went to bed at 8 o'clock. Woke up
Oh,
at my normal time.
it fell.
So like I made the sleep back up.
Mm-hmm. So you weren't
Oh
as
shit.
tired anymore.
No, I was still for some fucking reason I was still tired the next day. I'm fine now, but like shit,
He said for
I
some
was still
fucking
tired the next
reason I
day.
was still tired the next day.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm tired every day. I'm just tired every day.
No, I feel it when I working like that. I was like that.
I don't know how my team leads and coaches do it. I'm dead honest with you. I don't know how they do it, bro. They work like plus they get like 2 more hours of like
Uh-huh.
extra like overtime. I don't. Well, I
Hmm.
know team leads do. I don't know coaches do. I think coaches are different, but team leads I know, and they stay here to like sometimes 8, 9 o'clock. They stay at Walmart. I'm like, bro, I would be like dead on my ass.
Doesn't
I,
next shift come in at like 6?
so how?
Or like, at least the manager for the next shift.
Well, okay. So how they is cap 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and then they have
Right.
and then the managers and shit whatnot. So they have 4 to 1, 3 to 11, and then they have 10 to 7.
Right, right. See,
So
I know my schedule is weird because like I was coming in as a college student, so like I didn't start at the normal times.
yeah. Well, then there's like 9 to 5. There's 7 to 3. I think there's sometimes
Hmm.
7 to 3 and shit. So like but
See, they
coach,
had me on the 4 to 11 or 5 to 11, and then on my days off of school, they had me come in at like 10 a.m., 9 a.m.
yeah, I don't know, but like some people I
But I
don't
was
get
working days, not nights. So
like. So I meet everyone from 1 that come into 4 to 1 and 3 to 11. I meet the people that come in. I meet the people that come in like 7 to 3. I meet also because I get out at 7, so like they're waiting and shit. So I
Mhm.
meet them also. But the motherfuckers that come in like 9 to 5,
you
whatever,
don't see them at all.
I never see them. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like the only
Uh-huh.
time I see them if I come in to like get some shit, as in whatever electronic, whatever, buy something at Walmart, then I'll
Right.
see them because whatever, but they don't know who I am, so it's like whatever type
Yeah,
shit.
because they never see you.
They never see me, so it's like whatever. So when I go there, they don't know who I am. Besides maybe Cap 2, because they're 3 to 11. So if I come in and if I go there like at 4 or 5, Cap 2, like, oh, what's up, like, how's it going, blah, 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 and whatnot. But but like anyway, managers, like coaches and team leads come in. They come in early.
Right.
Cap 3 isn't there to like 9 something, but they start at 10. But sometimes Cap 3, as in me, they sometimes come in early, like 9:15, 9:30, whatever. But they're not working; they're just chilling in the break room, waiting for their time to come in. So, like sometimes team leads and coaches come in like 8 o'clock, like 2 hours before, and then they come and then they stay another like maybe hour or 2 hours after because they still got more shit to do.
Right.
So team leads get overtime to a certain extent, but us as regular employees, that's below team lead. I don't know. Yeah, regular employees, they get overtime, but it's like not to the certain extent of team leads and coaches.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I try like if I get overtime, I might take like a 30-minute lunch, or I might start a little bit earlier or whatnot. But I truly try to not get that much overtime or
Right.
whatever because I ain't trying to stay there till 8 o'clock.
Right.
Okay, I might stay there till like maybe 7:15 or whatever, depending, or 7:10, 7:05, whatever, depending on whatever the fuck's going on because like I'm still working or whatever. But I'm not trying to stay there till 8 o'clock. I'm not trying to do that. That's the one thing I'm not trying to do. So I try to leave at 7, even sometimes before, but at 7 and whatnot
Right.
because I want my sleep. Like my biggest thing is getting my sleep. That's my biggest thing. If I get my sleep, I am cool. I am grounded. Even though I might still be tired and feel like groggy, or I at least got my sleep. You know what I'm saying? I at least want to get my 8 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm very heavy on that. I don't know why I am, but I'm very like if I don't sleep in the next hour when I get off and like go to sleep before 8, I'm fucking like irritated as fuck. Like how come I can't get to sleep? And then when your mind starts, then you're not gonna go to sleep and you're just up. So I'm just like fuck. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I'm very heavy on that, even though I should be less heavy on that because like yes, it's sleep, but it's like but for some reason ever since I started working. I've been very heavy on sleep, getting my sleep, getting enough sleep, because I don't want to go to work and be like a
Tired,
zombie
yeah.
and be tired and like a zombie. You know what
Right,
I'm
I've done
saying?
that too many times, dude. Because I remember, like, because I was working with my dad, like, after me and my girlfriend broke up. Cause shit, like, dude, I was working, going to school full time. Like, dude, that I was not giving her enough attention. That was damn near. That was pretty much why she broke up with me. Cause like I was spending all my time fucking working and shit. But like after we broke up and shit, I was spending all my time with fucking friends. And like I was still working, but I was fucking myself over because like I didn't have a car, right? So I was hanging out with friends, and I had to rely on them to bring me home.
Mm-hmm.
So I got up to go to work at 4 a.m.
Uh-huh.
I didn't get home sometimes until like midnight.
Mm-hmm. So you would
There
come
was
home at midnight and wake up at like 3.
there was sometimes I did not go to sleep because there was not enough time to go to sleep. I slept on my breaks.
Mm-hmm.
It was awful. That's probably one of the biggest reasons. Like there is another reason, but like this was probably a bigger reason why I quit originally than the other reason I quit. Because the other reason I quit is because there was a flood in the fucking building, and I was just like, I'm not having it. There's a flood. They wanted me to manually fucking move shit, and I was like, I'm not having it. I didn't quit that day, but I quit shortly after.
Mm-hmm. Like the one time it was on Thanksgiving Day. It was when I stayed at the freaking streets of Brentwood
Mhm.
all fucking day till like 11 o'clock in the morning till like 5, 6 o'clock at night.
Right.
I got like maybe 4 hours of sleep in that night. Was up the whole day. Had to work. It was Black Friday too. So Black Friday when I had to work and whatnot and shit. So
See, Black Friday for me wasn't even that bad.
nah, I had to work on Black Friday. So like
I
literally
had to, I
like
had to work. I had to work Black Friday too. I worked Walmart Black Friday.
so
It
like
was,
I was so tired.
and I was actually dealing with customers. I know you were
Nah, I wasn't
you
dealing.
were
I was dealing with
yeah.
customers, but I was a stalker, so like I wasn't really dealing with
I was the
that
main guy
much.
dealing with customers.
Oh yeah, I was. So like I like, and then like my coworker called me like, "Are you coming in?" I was like, "Yeah, yeah." She was like, "Okay." Now I told her like I'm not gonna go to sleep. I told her what happened. She's like, I'm like, I'm not gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna be up the whole night or whatever. When lunch happened,
You were dead.
I, I ate my shit, like I ate my lunch or like chips or whatever, like a little snack. I laid my head on the fucking table and fucking passed out. I passed out. I slept for maybe like 20 minutes tops, 10, 20 minutes. And she was like,
Right.
I thought you weren't gonna go to sleep. I was like, look here,
I
bruh.
lied.
I lied. And like when I go to sleep, I'm out. Like I'm not waking up
Right.
for
Right.
and hopefully like thankfully I woke up. I don't know why I did, but I did for some reason. I
No,
still
dude,
had
I
10.
got good. I got good at taking 15-minute cat naps.
Yeah, no, I'm not good at that. So like usually when I fall, I wasn't even planning to fall asleep either. I didn't, and I just set my head down and just laid there. And next thing you
Uh,
know, like I was just out, and I woke. I don't know. I don't know if I got startled or something, but I woke up, and she was like, "Oh, hello."
well, probably because everybody was in the break room, right? I know
Yeah,
one didn't have everybody go on break at the same time, but like,
yeah. Everyone was in the break room and shit. So like I don't know why, but I woke up probably because like my instincts and whatnot.
right, right. You feel that movement.
Yeah. I don't know because I was at work. Like when I was probably because I was at work or whatever. So like my instincts
Uh,
like wake up, wake up, wake up, because you know you can't be if they catch you. Like it's not you're on lunch, so it's different. But like Walmart gets
catch you
weird.
sleeping while you're getting paid. It's like
Yes,
we're not paying you to catch
yeah.
disease.
Even though I was on lunch, you know what I'm saying, and I
Right,
was
right, right.
clocked out, so it didn't really matter. But like I wake up at 4 o'clock p.m. talking about I'm here.
You
There,
should took that hour lunch, bro.
I did take an hour lunch.
Oh, that whole hour.
So I probably slept that whole hour in one hour,
Yeah, dude.
possibly. I slept that whole hour and woke up. And they're like, I thought you were gonna go to sleep. I did. I passed out.
You're
And
like, yeah,
after
dude,
that, I felt
good.
good. I felt
Yeah, dude. I tell you, dude, because like those nights, like I told you that I literally didn't go to sleep, right? Or like some
hmm
nights I only got like 1 hour. Um, literally 15 after like I was barely making it to the break, right? But like that 15 minutes was like enough to give me a boost to
yeah,
like to do the next shift, the next part of the shift.
yeah. I
I mean, it
felt
felt like each part of the shift felt like a whole fucking day. That was the problem. Felt like a whole fucking day, but it
two
made me
hours
it
to me go by hella fast. 2 hours now just go by hella fast. But
yeah, it goes by.
that
But that's also the bad part
sleep.
about it. In your life, it's like your life goes by when you look at it like that.
Yeah, 6 months went by like a breeze. I'm telling you, 6 months went by like that. 6 months went by. Like if I how long is school? School starts what, August, September. I started in July.
Right.
So maybe a month before school like originally like started. September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. That's 10 months. That's 10
Right.
months. You're in school for 10 months. Meaning said, that's fucking crazy. No, I just thought, I just like, something just came to my eyes and like thinking about that. You're in school for a year basically. You're in school for a full year.
Right.
So, through elementary school all the way to high school, okay,
Uh-huh.
over half your life,
Right.
you're in school.
Hmm.
You don't get no breaks. You get like what, a month and a half of a break, and then have to go back to school for another year.
Right.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. You do like, but I mean, school's a little. It's a good thing because there's some countries that didn't have mandatory school. Like people
Yeah.
like that, like yeah, they can do like they don't even they're not even as skilled as like as you.
hmm
Like some of them they are. Some people that don't have any education they are skilled because they spent all their time fucking practicing a skill because they don't got they're poor, right? So
hmm
because a lot of these that don't have mandatory school, they're pretty poor countries.
hmm
Um, so like people will learn skills, even if they don't go to school. So some people are okay, but like shit, like the likelihood of you being able to do something without any education at all, because like if you even paid attention a little bit, like some of these people can't even do like 2 plus 2. That's a little much to say, but like because if they start dealing with money, they learn math quick.
Yeah.
Um, but like think like you at least you know multiplication. You might not be able to do multiplication fast in your head, but you know how multiplication works.
Yeah.
Because you know when you do 5 times 5, that's just like 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5, right?
Yeah.
And like, because if you know that multiplication, all it is just successive addition, right?
hmm
And division is just successive subtraction. So all you
Yeah.
really need to know is addition and subtraction. And you already, and based upon that, you just need to be told a couple extra rules, and you can do multiplication and division. Like
Yeah.
just, and some people don't even get the chance to learn that.
hmm
And like doing that alone, like the likelihood of you like of somebody who has no education getting a job at a place like Walmart is even lower. Like I mean not too much lower, but like I mean maybe quite a bit lower. They have to be able to read. No education, you can't read.
hmm
Like
But
yeah,
like,
like you're way farther than some of these people.
but that's hella crazy and shit though. And then
Right.
plus summer school, that takes all your fucking like shit out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Once you do
Except
summer school,
summer school's kind of short though.
yeah,
Like you don't it's
you
not the
deal with
full
it like
summer.
what,
You
a
get
month?
like 2 weeks. Yeah, you get like 2 weeks off after school, but I've
Mm.
never done summer school. I
I
might do
never
summer
done.
school for college though, so I can graduate faster. But
I never
shit.
did summer school. I almost did summer school and they canceled it or some shit or whatever the hell.
Oh really?
Or my mom canceled or some shit. I forget what like really happened. But I almost did summer school
I
and I
know it when you were like, I don't want to do this, mom. I don't want to
nah, I
do
was
this,
like, I
and
don't
then
want
she's
to do
like,
this.
okay, Jakey Poo, I'll
Nah,
stop
but
you
I
from
know
having a
my
dream.
little sister and little brother did summer school. I know that.
Right.
I know
They
my little
graduate
sister.
early, or was it?
No, it was because like I don't know they to catch up on shit and whatnot. I don't know,
Right.
but I know they did summer school shit.
See,
My,
there's my
my
senior year. I had two options. Like my junior year going into senior year, two options. In fact, I actually had this option because I failed this class. I failed one of these classes my freshman year, and I failed, I believe, my No, I failed my junior year English.
mm,
Um, so like I had, they said like, okay, you can take it summer school. I refused summer school, but by the time I got in my senior year, I decided to just take these classes online, which
mm,
it wasn't like how it is now to where like doing classes online works. But like I actually had to go to school because the school didn't have the money to give out computers. Now they like literally a year after I left, they started giving out shit like that. Um,
mm,
but like I was in the school, I had like a whole class where I I just sat on a computer. I finished these classes in like a week. I
mm,
literally completed the entire class in like a week. So I ended up going. I went from needing to have summer school to be able to graduate to like finishing everything I needed in like a week to be able to graduate,
mm,
which was fucking awesome. Like it was because I ended up having like an open period, had study hall and all that, and that was actually quite boring because I was gonna take Japanese, but I needed to have that block for the fucking retake. I mean, that's the only downside because if I took Japanese, I would have had enough Japanese to where I would not need non-Western cultures in college. I still need to take non-Western cultures. I'm probably gonna take Japanese again. I definitely forgot a lot of the Japanese I knew, but like I'll be able to start from a point that I I might be able to skip the first class for Japanese. I might be able to take the second class for Japanese in college. Um,
mm.
but like, yeah, like I might be able to test out of it. If I can test out of it, if I can practice my Japanese before like I need to take a before I need to take the non-Western cultures, if I can just practice it, then I can just test out of it and I won't even need it. But but yeah, it kind of set me back a little bit, but not really, dude. Because it really, if I didn't do those, then I would have not even been eligible to go to school and doing what I'm doing now.
Yeah, that's true. Well, shit, it's like 9 o'clock right now, basically,
Yeah.
and I have to start
Well,
getting ready for work. This has been
I mean, this was nice
an hour,
podcast.
an hour, they're almost an hour and 40. So,
Right. I don't know. I don't know. It didn't feel like too long, but it didn't feel as scripted because it definitely wasn't. This was like jumping right into it. Um,
well, yeah.
I like this style more than when we plan it out. I mean, definitely having ideas of what to talk about is good,
Well, the
but
bungee
like I
one was
like
an idea. Well, that's why I say we get a subject started, and then that subject turns
right,
into it just booms. It turns into many things.
right. It's just sometimes
We
we
talk
talk about what we're
about
gonna
it
talk
or
about.
talk about, and then we do on the podcast, and then it just sounds
Right. No,
hella weird.
we go like we're gonna start the podcast, and then we start talking,
Uh
figuring out
huh.
what we're gonna talk about, and then it's like just it's not good.
Yeah.
We do that.
Well, like you said, this is better, and hopefully,
Yeah.
well, what we need to do is stop talking about what we want to talk about, and then wait for the
Right.
podcast. So, like
Right.
you say, because it sounds like I'm faking my reactions, which I'm not for saying, but it's just like I don't know.
You exaggerate it. Like it's the same
Exact.
reaction, but you exaggerate it because it's like you're acting at that point. You're
Uh
acting.
huh. Okay.
Um, like yeah, like
I don't know,
I don't
but
know.
we'll
We
figure it out.
to keep practicing at this, and then we need to get the quality up.
Yeah,
Then we might be good at that.
most definitely. But that was a cool podcast. We're gonna leave it at
Yeah.
that. An hour 40. So we'll talk to you later. Peace
Yeah. Catch
out.
you guys.
Peace out, the scout. Bye.